Kai, come here, come here, come here. Hurry up, hurry up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here live on StreamYard, your Facebook, and YouTube. Man, we appreciate everybody jumping and joining the show tonight, giving us a little bit of time to talk some good, healthy sports talk. Right now, I'm in the booth with my main man, Miles T. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, man,
how you doing, man? Good to go. Good to go. Get ready. Big week. Big week.
Hey, coming off a big win, you know what I'm saying? Roll Tide. Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yes,
you going on the road this week? You better watch out.
You say that every week, but
I'm just saying you better watch out.
Man, look, we good. Like I told you, the Tide will keep rolling. We gonna keep rolling, bro.
Okay.
But we got some good stuff to talk about, man. Crazy stuff going on in the sports world right now. Obviously, like you said, we have a big weekend of college football, a lot of statement games, a lot of games that have impact on the college football playoff. But first, want to shift our attention to some breaking news that's happened today in college football. We know what's been going on with Michigan and the sign stealing scandal and allegations, and so as of earlier this afternoon, head coach Jim Harbaugh from Michigan has been suspended for the last 3 games of the season. So as we know, tomorrow Michigan goes on the road to play Penn State, number 10 Penn State. Then after that, they have Maryland after that at home, and then they go on the road to play. Then they have Ohio State at home. So two of the biggest games the biggest games on their schedule. First and foremost, the biggest game of the season as far as is tomorrow. Again, we all know it's been ongoing, conversations and back and forth between the media about what should Michigan's punishment be. Should they be disqualified from a college football playoff? Should Jim Harbaugh be suspended? So with this recent news, what are your thoughts about this, Miles? Do you think this is too harsh, or do you think that they could, be doing more, or do you think that more will happen when it comes to Michigan's football program as a whole in regards to any disqualifications or anything like that?
Yes, I do truly think it should be more than a 3-game ban. Because he's basically get to come back, and if they make it to the Big Ten championship, he can come back and coach for that, and the actual Final Four. The last 4 if they make it that far. So
yeah.
But the thing is, can they handle 2 of their best opponents of the year without Coach Harbaugh? Can they handle that? Can they handle them without Harbaugh? You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the big question right there. Can they do it without against Penn State this weekend and against Ohio State in a couple of weeks? And I think I don't like really getting into this stuff. Seems kind of, I can't really say nothing because you know what Tennessee did. We know what we did too.
Yep.
We at least we were just giving out money and McDonald's. These guys disguising and going on opponents' sidelines and stealing plays and stuff like that. So I mean, no wrong is no worse than no other wrong, but I'm just saying that's kind of unheard of a little bit. You literally putting on a Pink Panther uniform, like because the Pink Panther used to get in disguises and stuff and try to sneak
Mhm.
into. That's what they doing. So,
Yeah.
um, I really think he should get suspended the rest of the season. I mean, not the regular season, just the rest. Period. That's what I think. And after that, just leave it alone. And I don't know the whole full accusations of everything and the detail because I'm sure there's some stuff that we don't know. You
Yeah.
know, so uh, we're gonna see what it does. But at the end of the day, I just think it's because it's Jim Harbaugh, he's getting a lightweight kind of suspension and stuff like that.
Yeah. And we all know what happened at the beginning of the season. They had a self-imposed, suspension for him. So he missed the 3 games earlier this year. So this would be a total of 6 games out of their 12 for the year. Some people think that this is harsh. I think it's fair. I mean, I think that more will probably come out of it, but as they know right now, with the evidence that they had, this is what they feel is appropriate. But I do think that it should have been, and it could very well be elevated to the rest of the season as the investigation continues because there's proof, and the Big Ten, Tony Petitti, the head Big Ten commissioner, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of people think that he made a bad decision. I don't think he did. I think that, you can't sit here and ignore this just because, yeah, Michigan's in the Big Ten and y'all want a couple teams to be representing the Big Ten in the college football playoff. I get it, but at the same time, like the evidence is there. They have proof of it happening. And, it's different. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that other schools don't do that.
Yeah.
But you got caught. So you paid somebody to go do it. You were doing it for 3 years and you didn't get any repercussions from that, you know. So it better be, at least be glad that it was only 3 games. Now I know that this comes in at a terrible point in time, but I think it's going to have an impact on Michigan. I think that going on the road at Penn State without Jim Harbaugh, especially when they flew uh Independence State earlier today, and only to find out that he can't be there. Now they are going to try to appeal this suspension. They're going to a local judge that's in Ann Arbor, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to try to get it resolved and try to get this reduced so he could be on the sidelines tomorrow. But at
Yeah,
the
if he gets on that sideline tomorrow, he's a Michigan alumni. That's what
yeah,
he is.
yeah. But see, and even then, I don't think that I don't think that it's gonna happen. And me personally, it's
Not
like
tomorrow, but I think he can get it passed for next week and the rest of the season, especially against
probably
Ohio
could.
State.
He probably could, yeah. Not tomorrow though. Not right out there, especially with it being a holiday, and then I don't think it's gonna happen by tomorrow by 12 o'clock kickoff. Like I just
Yeah, it's not.
um and to see people like Desmond Howard get on national TV and try to act like the defense attorney for a Michigan football program is hilarious to me. I get it, he went to Michigan, but he's getting up here saying that, um, if this was the SEC, nobody would have nothing to say. If it was these other schools, I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
this has nothing to do with the SEC, first and foremost. Um, don't compare the two conferences because we all know the SEC runs college football. They have been doing that for the past, 10 years.
They
So
they run they run we run the football we run football college football on the field. Big
yeah,
Ten runs it in the corporate offices in the NCAA. That's all Big Ten area. Indianapolis out there. That's where the NCAA is.
and see, the thing about it is this is more, to sit up here and say like, oh, nothing should happen, and you know bringing SEC schools in this has nothing to do with the SEC. And I personally think that the fact that there's the evidence there, it'd be different if there was no evidence of it, no proof, no video
Yeah.
evidence, no transactions, none of that. But they have that. So why would they sit there and not say anything? And
Mm-hmm.
people acting like Michigan has been playing. like I saw them say, like, you're gonna do this to a team this one of the best teams in the country. They haven't played anybody until tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
like let's stop acting like, oh yeah, as dominant as they've been all year. They've been dominant over nobody at all. That no
No.
top 25 wins, and they're still in number 3 in the country. Impossible. But I guarantee you tomorrow it's gonna change. But we're gonna move on.
And it's at Penn State too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, see, I give that to Penn State, especially now. And on top of that, going back to what Desmond, I know we got to move on, but it's just like getting caught cheating, but to say you didn't do it, you got caught cheating on tape. That wasn't me. What? We didn't do it. It's just like you said, or you saying like you said what Desmond Howell said about the SEC. Like it's just like you saying, okay, we get caught cheating. Well, if he got caught cheating, would you have been as mad at him as mad at him as you would at me? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't get the the analogy he was trying to use. If it was the SEC, that just didn't make sense whatsoever.
I'm like
that's how you know people getting desperate now. They wait. What it is, they just desperate to have a championship in Michigan, and they trying to do anything they can to get it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And you dressing up to get on the sidelines. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego type stuff? I'm like, really?
Look, you do this every year.
And you cheating like this, and you still ain't winning.
Getting smacked in the college football playoff. We know. You
doing all this cheating, and and still ain't got no championship.
And they having this conversation. If Michigan wins the title, will this be a tarnished SEC? I mean, will it be a tarnished championship? Michigan ain't winning the title. it ain't gonna happen. So that doesn't need to be a headline. They're not winning the national championship.
Yeah, that ain't even a question to be thinking about, or thought to be thinking about. Don't even do that.
It ain't gonna happen. The other 7 teams, the other teams in the top 10 can knock Michigan off. Eight of them strong can knock them off. But anyway,
I don't think Michigan can beat us. I'm be honest with
you. Nah. I mean, Michigan can't beat any SEC team in the top 10 right now. Not Georgia. Well, I know y'all not in the top 10.
I say the top 4. I say the top 15. I don't think they can beat Missouri head to head.
Not Missouri, not y'all, not Georgia, not Alabama, not Ole Miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's be for real, bro. But moving on, man. Like we said, big weekend in college football. Teams can start clinching their berths into their title games, their conference title games. In particular, we have a scenario where Georgia, and Ole Miss got a big matchup going on tomorrow night. If Georgia wins this game, they have punched their ticket to the SEC championship game in Atlanta. And with Alabama winning, that would also punch their ticket. So we would have that matchup set in stone between Georgia and Alabama for another SEC championship rematch. But, Georgia happens to fall. That still keeps Tennessee or Missouri alive for SEC East, which they are matching up tomorrow head to head. So, just looking at these games, big matchups between, obviously Alabama's going on the road to Kentucky. We already mentioned the Michigan Penn State. We mentioned you guys' game. We got Utah going on the road to Washington. Another one we have USC going on the road to Oregon. Texas and TCU, I don't really know, but it's on the road. We never know what can happen in those type of games. So who knows?
Especially rivalries like that, and then they playing for a bowl game. They need these last 2 or 3. They're 4 and 5, I believe TCU is, and they need to win. At least 2 out of these last 3.
And Texas should have very well lost to Kansas State last weekend if their offensive coordinator wasn't. Never mind. I'm not even gonna start. But looking at the teams here, what are you seeing? In regards to clinching, because I know just specifically talking about the SEC, because I don't think that the Pac-12 is not set in stone when it comes to clinching just yet, because there's still some pivotal matchups to be played, as well as the Big Ten. So the SEC really is the only conference that I know of right now that tomorrow could have their matchup.
I think Florida State could do it too out of the ACC.
Oh,
They
yeah.
could click.
But I think, I meant as far as like two like a full, solidified matchup between both teams.
Oh, okay, got you.
Florida State could clinch, but I don't know who the other team would be that would clinch if they won tomorrow. But you're right, Florida State could if they win, and they got a game against Miami. I forgot to mention that one. That's a that's not
big rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you thinking in regards to like that for tomorrow, and kind of just where that stands, and any predictions in regards to that? I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna predict, but what are you thinking?
So I can start with that. The thing is, this is the good thing about it. We still got a chance. We can control our own destiny as long as we win. Now we do need a favor from Ole Miss tomorrow.
I was about to say, I think you don't control your own destiny.
Yeah, actually we don't. I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that. But we do, and then they play at Georgia too, so that's gonna be hard. I don't know. I'm gonna go for Old Lane Kiffin. I'm gonna go for Old Lane. I think that's gonna be. I think I don't want to jump too far ahead with the question, but I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. I think they got enough talent enough to do it offensively. Now I don't trust their defense, but yeah. I don't think Georgia's offense is great though. I don't think their offense is great. They had some great moments and stuff like that, but I don't think their offense is great. You know what I mean? I think Ole Miss's offense is good enough to make it a game if they don't turn the ball over. If they turn the ball over, it's over. It's gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah.
And then us, we just got to go down there and handle business. That Florida game messed us up so bad right now, man. Oh my! And then look at Florida, what their record is and what they doing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Basically, they just played spoiler for us. That's all it was. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
But at the end of the day, it's just, out of those two games, I think those are especially in the SEC, those are the two biggest games. Because I think Kentucky's going to give y'all a run, but y'all going to pull away in like the fourth quarter by about 10 points, 13 points, something like that. But I think they are going to fight you hard, though. I think they are going to fight. Going to the Washington game, I say I'm going to go with Washington because they're at home too. Utah, they got a good defense, but their offense is suspect. And I just trust, the best offense in the Pac-12 consists from the wide receivers to the running backs to the, of course, the quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. I just think they're the best offense, and that defense and that Utah ain't gonna be able to score enough points against Washington's defense and to keep up with their offense. So
Utah got the best defense though in the conference though.
That's what I'm saying though. But they ain't got no offense. So that I just think Washington got enough offense of firepower to make enough points to where Utah would struggle. You know what I mean? Just because they ain't got to do now. They had number 3 to do with the mullet and all that stuff. So he ain't playing though. He ain't playing. You remember number 3? He's been out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if they had him at quarterback, I can't think of his name right now.
Cam Rising.
Yeah, he's not there. He ain't been playing like the last 3-4 weeks or something like that. Yeah.
No, but if they could play and control the clock, honestly, and keep them off the field, because this is similar. I take this back to years ago when I was in college and Stanford was going on the road to Oregon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Stanford did not have no offense like that to put up no. Mm-hmm. This is back when Oregon was balling like they are now, putting up all kind of points, and what Stanford was able to do was control the clock.
That's when you're talking about when David Shaw and stuff was there, yeah.
Dude, they were able to control the clock. It was a tight game late, and Stanford was able to, they hit a field goal at the end to win that game. And I remember that specifically because that was one of the games Alabama needed to Oregon to lose for us to help us. So,
but at the same time, they had like Christian McCaffrey and stuff back then too, though.
They did, but I'm just saying, I'm just using it as an example.
I know what you're saying, but I don't think Utah got a running back like that. Now, I ain't never heard of him.
Arizona State ain't gotten zero offense, and they beat them 14 to what to the they beat them by what 8 points.
Who?
Arizona State came into Washington and almost beat them.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I'm not saying Washington's like a Final Four team. I'm not saying I think they got the talent to be there, but I'm not sitting there saying they're like a atomic dog and that. No, they're not that. You know, they are beatable. They are beatable.
They beat Arizona State 15-7, and I'm not gonna sit up here. I mean, I know each game is different, but then
it's definitely different. Sure.
They struggled against Stanford the week after that. You know what I'm saying? So there's holes. It's just, and then they USC. You know, eventually, but these next games against Utah, Oregon State, and Washington State, you know, those are gonna be. I'm not gonna say Washington State too much, but Utah and Oregon State, those are gonna be some challenges because they got Oregon State on
Oregon State could be a part. Oh, I like Oregon State. They could be a part. They're like a Missouri. They're like a Missouri of the Pac-12. Yeah, they're nice. They only got like 2 losses, I believe. They're up there.
Yeah. So you know, you never know, but yeah, I think we'll see what happens. But I expect, you know, Bama to clinch tomorrow. So, you know, I expect that.
Well, I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah. You know.
Well, one of Ole Miss win though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If Ole Miss wins, I mean, that's cool, but we still. I mean, at that point we would still have to beat. We would have to beat Auburn because Ole Miss beat Auburn. So it was just
at Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Don't let that be a night game now.
It's always 3:30 and it goes into the night. I'm not worried about that.
Hugh Freeze, but that's your kryptonite. Hugh Freeze was your kryptonite about 3 years in a row, huh?
This ain't one of them Auburn teams though. So we ain't. I'm not worried about that at all.
I've seen them play defense now. Offensively, no, but defense, they got a solid defense.
I am not worried about that.
I'm just saying.
I ain't worried about it. This is not one of them Auburn teams. Now, when they had Nick Marshall and they had them shifty dudes that can run, yeah, back then, okay, cool. This is not that Auburn team, bro.
Okay.
They not.
That's that Hugh Freeze though. I'm telling you, he might be saving stuff for y'all. I'm trying to tell you, he's one of them type of Auburn corner. He's saving just for y'all.
He's saving stuff for him too. Don't worry, we good. Don't worry, we good. I'm not worried about that. We gonna focus on tomorrow and then Chattanooga and then we'll get to the Iron Bowl. But I ain't worried. So, but talk about real quick, like, what do you think is going to be the biggest win this weekend and what's going to be the biggest upset this weekend?
Well, my opinion of my biggest upset, yeah, so my opinion, this is definitely wishful thinking. My biggest upset would be Ole Miss over Georgia. That's what I need. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna be honest, just on paper, I'm gonna go with Coach Prime them over at number 23 Arizona at home. I mean, even though Arizona's not all that, but they rank 23 and Colorado's like on a 4-game losing streak. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that would be my biggest upset for it's like a non-ranked team over a ranked team. And Coach Prime, he done had these boys. They've been playing decent defense, even though they had 2 losses back to back against some more solid ranked teams. They've been playing better defense a little bit. And they're gonna have, and Coach Prime done had a little bit more times with these boys, and I think they're definitely, this is like almost season over, so they done definitely fully into his system and into his way and all that. So I think he will have them ready at home for Arizona to come in and get that upset. And it looked good on paper going to the bowl season, because you know Coach Prime they're gonna get a good bowl anyway, because not a good bowl, but a bowl game, because you know all the people they're gonna bring. They're gonna bring attention to whatever bowl game they get into. They've been letting teams get into bowl games with a 5-7 record the last 3 years. Come on now. And all they need is one more to get to 5. And I think they're gonna do it in good fashion at home. And then I know they got a couple more games. I didn't see their whole schedule the rest of the last 2 games, but I just think that's gonna be the upset. And Yeah, that's what I got on that.
Okay. Well, for me, I got Penn State over Michigan. That's one of my upsets. I got multiple upsets. I'm not.
I
We
had
don't,
more too. I would have been all day talking about it, so I just let it
nah,
low.
we, we don't got to expand on it. We just gonna say I got the Michigan Penn State over Michigan. Um, I'm gonna go also. I don't need Ole Miss to win, so Georgia. I need Georgia to win. But if they lose, it still helps regardless. But
Why you need Georgia to win? Y'all control y'all own destiny. What you talking about?
because just in case it comes down to a situation where they're trying to compare resumes, if we have a better win than Texas, then they win. I don't think they're holding the SEC championship out of winner out of the playoff, regardless. To be honest with you, but because they've been
You talking about the SEC loser?
yeah, they've
Well, it
not.
really depends on if Alabama and Georgia go well, because there
But
ain't
see,
no undefeated teams over there in the West, is it? No.
here's what's going to happen because they're also talking about if Georgia and Bama, if Georgia goes to the SEC championship game, they're undefeated and we beat them, right? They're saying Georgia could get left out because you had a SEC champion, Pac-12, Big Ten, and the Big 12. Because Georgia's strength of record, their strength of schedule wouldn't allow them.
Yeah, definitely that's definitely weak for sure.
That's what the scenario. But Ole Miss can very well beat them. They could. I'm gonna leave that one.
Just because of Lane Kiffin and that Strude stuff he be doing, he always got something up under his sleeve. You know what I mean? Something.
They do beat them. Cool. I'm not. Look, hey, it's cool with me. Whatever happens in that game. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna predict that. I'm gonna predict Utah over Washington. Utah State over Washington.
At Washington?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you go ahead. I don't even know what's the quarterback's name.
I forgot his name, but that don't matter.
I ain't never heard of him. Exactly. I even watching the game. I ain't never heard of him. I'm like, dude, you ain't start. But that guy Rosen been there. He been there like the last 3 years though.
So. I hadn't heard of nobody. I hadn't heard of no player on Arizona State's team, and they took him all the way down to the fourth with 5 minutes left. So that's perfectly fine. Hey, that's cool with me. But those are my two.
I was just joking with that. I was just saying. I know that I would pick Utah to maybe upset them if they had Rosen back there. I would give them way more of a shot.
USC over Oregon.
Give
me all the chaos. Give me all the chaos tomorrow. Give me USC over Oregon, boy. Yes, sir. Give me that too. We gonna throw that in there too.
Well, that'd be good. You just want the you finally want the big Pac-12 to beat themselves up. That's what you want.
Of course I do, because they, for whatever reason, they think Oregon is the best one-loss team, and they should be behind Texas and Alabama. Oregon's best win is against Utah. Texas and Alabama should be 6-7, and Oregon should be number 8.
On paper, Dion them was ranked when they came into Oregon.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm just saying that's what they're gonna go by, the numbers. That's what they're gonna do.
And even then, they still don't got better wins than Texas or Alabama. Texas got a win.
No, definitely not.
Texas has a win over number 4 Alabama at the time. We got a win over LSU, who's number 19, Ole Miss, who's number 9. Like, come on now.
And us. Don't play now. Don't try to leave us.
And y'all.
Don't try to leave us out like we ain't nobody. Like we.
I didn't want to read.
I'm just saying though. You know who we are.
But like I said, we got signature wins, bro. Ole Miss their wins don't compare to that, or Texas. So it's cool. It'll work itself out. But we want some chaos tomorrow, and that's what we gonna get.
It'd be a good weekend for it. It'd be a good weekend for it. This is gonna be important. This is right here. It is.
This is a chaos.
It means a lot.
Give me three teams in the top 5 take an L. Let's go. I'm just playing. Hey, in the top 6, give me 3 out of the 6 take an L.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it too. And then we beat Missouri. I'll take it. Yeah, man, we jump all the way up to about 7.
Yeah. Give me all of that. But
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a couple. I think it's gonna be one or two lost teams in that playoff. I think it'll be like 1 or 2 teams.
It won't be no 2 loss. It won't be a 2-loss team in there.
I guarantee it'll be at least. I think it'll be one, at least one.
No, it won't.
I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of that one team right now. But
it will not be a 2-loss.
I'll be able to tell you after this week. I'll be able to tell you after this weekend.
I guarantee you, it won't be a 2-loss team in the playoff. Guaranteed. I
give it one.
It will not. No, I'm saying it won't be 1 2-loss team in the playoff.
That's what I'm saying. I give it one. I give it 1 2-loss team.
All right.
One. And it's going to come out of the Big Ten, probably. Watch.
Negative. Absolutely not.
That's what they're going to do.
No, they're not. Because shoot, I don't see that. But last but not least, man, real quick, NCAA basketball started. Who are you watching out for right now? Any favorite that you have right now? Obviously, I know who you gonna pick, but anybody, who's your favorite team right now? It really just started. We're on game 2.
So really a lot of teams like Arizona and Duke's playing right now. So and Arizona's up by 8 at the half, 41-33.
Yep, they got to get Duke out of there. Get ready for that.
That Duke's my other team too. Duke and Tennessee, my 2 favorite teams. So
I know Duke about to lose tonight. Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't even know why they had Duke at number 2. I don't see what they got. I mean, I don't know a lot of these kids now, so I don't know who really kind of like returning and stuff. Like, I'm like, a lot of them wear the same hairstyle and stuff. I'm like, is that the same dude? It just might be a little hip short or something. It's kind of hard to tell right now. So it's so early. But college basketball, it's always the top 25 in college basketball don't mean nothing. Because you can just make it into the tournament. Look at UConn years ago with Kobe, Kemba Walker. You know what I mean? Winning the national championship just wiped. Because they wouldn't even been able to make it to the tournament without winning the Big East tournament. So
true.
In basketball, you always got a shot. You know what I mean? So, but just like I got a lot. I want to, the number 1 team. A lot of people are saying it with me. Tennessee probably gonna have top 2, top 3 defense in the country all season long. We got a team. We got a solid 3 or 4 seniors that's been there and done that. We got a dude. You remember Lawrence Noel back in the day with Kentucky?
Oh yeah, I remember.
And that we got a kid named Adu. He plays just like him. We got this dude 7 foot, can run like a deer. Now his offense, he needs some skills. He needs a little more practice on his offense. He's not an offensive guy, but defensively, oh no, you ain't getting nothing. Nothing. We got that, and everybody on deep. We're deep.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Triple J, Double Z, Ziegler, the Scovey, bruh. We right. We built. If we don't do it this year, I don't know. We're gonna have to start all over again. We're gonna have to. We're gonna
Scovey in Tennessee for like 12 years.
You said what?
I said so. Vescovi just gonna be at Tennessee for 12
years.
Yeah,
it seems like it. Well, he been there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm like, so he's not gonna graduate.
Yeah, I think he been graduated. He just had them at, that COVID giving these boys a couple of extra years and stuff. So
yeah.
And why would you leave anyway when you're getting $1 million NIL deal in college? Why would you leave? I mean, I wouldn't. You can stay on campus for free. It's basically free because they're gonna let you stay on. They ain't gonna charge you for that. It's still part of your scholarship, probably. I don't know how that works, but so it's just that it's wide open. I want to see what FAU do too. They're at number 10. So
yeah,
FAU they beat us in the Sweet 16 last year. They the one knocked us out, and they really should have beat San Diego State in the Elite 8 and made it to that Final Four. Or did they make it to the Final Four? I think they did.
Who?
Yeah, FAU made it to the Final Four last year, didn't they?
It was the.
I think they made it to the Final Four.
Elite 8.
FAU, It was FAU, San Diego State, and
I can't. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Connecticut.
it was the Final Four because San Diego State beat
FAU to get there.
Creighton or somebody. San Diego State. They played. They barely escaped Creighton.
And they barely escaped FAU too.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so
yeah, they hit I think they hit the buzzer beater.
Yeah, yeah,
because they hit a buzzer beater to go to the national championship because he ran the floor and hit that like that 10 or 15-foot jumper.
Yeah, and that was against FAU. Yeah,
they should have lost that game.
Exactly. Because FAU outballed them the whole game. You know, I mean, it was a close game, but
San Diego State got smacked though. About time UConn came in there and was like, "Y'all not doing this. That's enough."
Yeah.
Enough.
But it was their time though. San Diego State been sticking around. They've been around for a minute though. They've been around.
Yeah, they're all 25, 26 years old in college.
That's true. That's true.
It's time. I mean, come on now.
That might be where FAU is this year though. They might be what they because there's a reason why they got them ranked that high. Because they must have had a lot. They must have a big bulk of their players back. Have them ranked in the top 10 coming into the next season.
Yeah,
they have to be. They have to have a good squad or a big squad coming back. Yeah. So we'll see though, man. It's a couple more teams, man. I'm looking out for. You know, I always do. I want to see why Kansas is number one. They're the Ohio State of college basketball. They always got them up there high. Even though after they get beat in the middle of the season by 25, they just move them down to 6, and then they win 2 games. They'll be right back at number 3.
Number 2. Yep.
Yeah. Like, what?
And they be done in the second round.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, they didn't make it lately. They've been making a little bit further than that. But you know, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited about the SEC as a whole. But you know, specifically, of course, Alabama. Like, bro, the team that we got this year, bro. They better than last year.
Who you got? Who you talking about?
Alabama. The team. I know they got us ranked at 24, but still,
I'm about to say.
I watched our first game, bro. We put up over 100 in the first game. We got a guy, Grant Nelson. Pay attention to him. I'm just saying, pay attention to. I just watched the way that they played. Like I like the way that across the board. Like last year, it was Brandon Miller, and then it was, you know what I'm saying, then kind of like role players. This year, collectively, they got a squad across the board. These boys can play. And I understand. I mean, I get us losing Brandon Miller, us losing, you know, Noah Clowney, you know, they're gonna move us down. But
and who did y'all play the first game? Or the preseason game?
I mean, it wasn't anybody big, but I'm just saying, I just like the way that they play. I mean, basketball is still basketball at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, no, we didn't play anybody, you know, big at all. We played who was it? I'll tell you right now, it was Morehead State. But I just like the way that, like I said, I'm just watching them from just the team standpoint of how they play. Of course,
the chemistry and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I expect them to win, but like guys like Aaron Estrada and Grant Nelson, like watch out for those names, bro, because these dudes, I'm telling you, they nice. They definitely are nice, like across the board. Like I like top to bottom. I like this team. I loved our team last year too, but like I said, it was, you know, Brandon Miller, and then we had some guys here and there, but I think we got some guys on this team. It's multiple people that can go get a bucket whenever they want to. Like it's multiple. So yeah.
But you know what? This is what I don't understand. It's like I don't understand. Like our expedition game, we played against Michigan State. And we beat them by 4. And they got them ranked us 4, them number 4 and us number 9. I don't get it. We beat them head to head in the expedition game. I know it don't count, but that's still head to head for you to see. And you had enough time to change the AP poll before it came out.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, you know, that's the one thing about college basketball. All you got to do is get in the round of 64.
That's definitely it. I'm just saying, I just don't understand the number. That's why I be throwing you off. I'm like, dude,
because we talk about these people who sit in these committee rooms and they ain't got nothing. Half of them don't have the knowledge. They just watching and they see their alma mater. They see, oh yeah, that's my favorite color. I might be going a little, you know, that's a little far fetched, but
no, that's true.
Same thing with the college football playoff committee, bro. Bunch of people sitting in the room half of them have zero football knowledge because they still talk about how Michigan's been dominating teams that have lost 4 and 5 games this year and got a combined record of it's not even 500. So
yeah,
if I can sit up there and watch them rave over a team who has 0 top 25 wins. If Alabama had no top 25 wins, you think they would lead them at 3? No.
You said what not? No.
If we had 0 top 25 wins, there's never been a situation where Bama has not had no top 25 wins.
Yeah.
And been ranked that high. They matter of fact, Miles, we struggled in the game last year. They moved us down. We won a game. Miles, we won a game.
Cause that's what me and you was like going like 2-3 weeks in a row. We were just one behind each other, back and forth.
We won. Yeah. We won a close game last year, and they moved us down 2-3 spots. How you explain that?
You can't. It's all about money. It's all about just it's all about who's going to bring the money in and the teams and the fan base.
Exactly.
And all that. That's what it's all about.
They're trying to get the SEC up out of here, but guess what? Next year, it ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter when half the teams gonna be in the SEC. Half the teams in the college football playoffs next year, 12 teams, half of them gonna be the SEC, and I'm gonna be dying laughing every single year. But anyway,
yeah, it is. Because next year, it starts next year. That's right.
Yeah, but anyway, that's beside the point. I know we talk about college basketball, but yeah, just to end on that, man. I definitely I like Bama's team. I was watching this Arizona Duke team. Arizona seems pretty solid. Don't know too much about Duke. They're one of those, newer teams, and I haven't had an opportunity to really watch anybody else. No Kentucky. I haven't got a chance.
I only watched like 2 or 3 teams, not the whole game, but yeah.
I haven't really locked too much in with college football going on. I hadn't locked too much in, but this is a big game, between Arizona and Duke, and more matchups to come, and
Yeah, we play Wisconsin after this game. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna really see what some teams are at tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
there's no household name coming into recruiting. That everybody. Well, besides, I say Bronny. I must say that's what I wanted to say.
Bronny can't play right now.
I wish I could have seen him do his debut and stuff, but
Bronny, I don't think Bronny played though. Remember, he had the heart thing going on.
That's what I said. I said I wanted to see him. Play with USC at this level on national television, on a national stage like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they said there's a chance that he could possibly come back this season. Let's see.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, let's go big, get big. What you said? What Saturday? What is it?
It's Chaos Saturday, bro.
Chaos Saturday. Okay. I need some.
We want chaos, bro.
Especially in Athens. I definitely want chaos down there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
yes, sir.
But yeah, man. Yeah, we go ahead and say our goodbyes, man, before we get up out of here, bro. And I'll do a little inspiration before we head out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta pull okay.
So
it says there's a couple things. So hold on 1 second. Those who leave everything in God's hands will eventually see God's hands in everything. Mm-hmm. And I like that one. And then there was another one that said, if God brought you to it, he will bring you through it. And last but not least, this is one of my favorite ones. Proverbs 3:5-6 is trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not into your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. And I think all those go, hand in hand. All those 3, posts I saw, because you leaving everything in God's hands. A lot of times, obviously, like we try to handle things on our, on our own, and we feel like we're, we got to have it all figured out and stuff like that. But be really like surrendering to God and allowing him to take over and have that control and trusting him in the process, and knowing that, you get to these certain situations. And I like to try to, I always like to remind myself whenever I get in tough situations, like the toughest situation that I've been in my life, where I was like, dang, like I don't know how, I don't know how I'm getting out of this, but you know, I'm still here. So just
Yeah.
continue to remind yourself of the things that he brought you through, and knowing that like if he did it, what they say, if he did it before, he could do it again. So that's what I got for everybody. You got anything to add to that, bro?
Nah, man, I'm good. You said it all, man. And can't
Sure.
Pastor Williams always tell me don't go behind the word when it's already been preached.
Hey. Yeah, man. We'll say our goodbyes before we get out of here, y'all.
Oh yes, sir. Like always, man. Go Vols. No, like always. First and foremost, give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. Like always, but at the end of the day, I'm excited about tomorrow because after tomorrow, boy, I might get that wish I asked for y'all again in the SEC championship, and that's what I want. That's what I want.
Bring it on.
And go Vols, and let's get it.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, look, like Miles said, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, giving us some of your time. I hope y'all had a great week. You enjoy this weekend. Watch some sports, man, hang out. I know, in Atlanta, at least we're gonna have a little rainy weather. So, but
Yeah.
enjoy, man. Y'all enjoy. And Mom said, shout out to you for predicting Bama will win. But yeah, look, good night. Be blessed, John. Look. As always, Miles, as always, roll tide, my brother.
Oh, hold on. Don't go off yet. Happy Veterans Day. Ain't it on Monday?
Oh, yes.
Happy Veterans Day, man. Appreciate y'all putting your life on the line for us, man. And we thank you for your service and everything, man. God bless all the families and all the veterans and everything. Because my dad's one, a Vietnam vet. So
yeah. My grandfather was in the military as well. I got a couple uncles in the military as well. So yeah. All right,
God bless and thank you. Salute.
Salute, man. We out. Be blessed.
Yes, sir.